Alright, it is Paula Elizondo. This is my video reflection for our argumentative essay. I just want to talk about my process with this. So how do I feel about the paper that I wrote? I think that my paper has come a long way, and I'm proud of what I wrote and how I incorporated my sources. If I'm being completely honest, this was one of the harder essays that I've had to write for this class. This was probably one that I struggled with the most, but I do think that I improved. If I were to compare like my first draft, which is very short, to my second draft, to my third draft, there is more sources and it looks more refined, and I didn't even, double space this one. Like, there was just a lot of things that I wasn't considering or noting when I was writing it that I obviously had to overcome to finish this paper. So, like the first one, I didn't meet the word count. I was lacking sufficient sources. I felt misled with research. I was very unorganized, even with like adding bullet points at the end to remind myself of what I should write. I wasn't really sure how to incorporate the sources, but moving on to the second one, I added paragraphs. It looks more refined. It felt more organized, and I added more sources, but it still felt lacking to me. So with the third, it was like final touches. It was, again, more sources, and I think I even discovered common ground when discussing something that is so controversial like the vaccine, how it's become politicized and everything like that. So the second question, what do I want my readers to take away with this paper? It's kind of the same thing. I don't want the reader to feel coerced into my topic. Instead, more like gently swayed. I understand that my topic has been politicized, so I don't want people to feel forced. I kind of want like this coexistence, and I understand how unreasonable that may be. I just want, the freedom to state my opinion without the backlash. This has been something that has it's been so polarizing, but I think that I may have done it effectively. I did write a little bit about how we should, like, actively listen to each other, not just hear. How it should be, like that argument thing, that even if you lose, you still win. So yeah, what kind of feedback did my peer reviewer give and the instructor offer, and how do I incorporate that feedback into my writing process? My peer reviewer was someone who wasn't in the class. It was Will. This is what he said. I did think it was helpful, but for the most part, I kind of understood where I had to, like, I kind of knew beforehand what I had to work on, so he kind of just restated that, which is helpful, knowing that he also thinks that I should do certain things, but for the most part, it was kind of like a re-emphasizing, and that's not that it wasn't good, it's just kind of like he didn't bring anything new to the table. But anyways, it was nice to see that my introduction was excellent and that my thesis was clear or not, but yeah, and with the conference with my instructor, I did think that was helpful. I do think that they provided a lot of insight, and I did listen to some of their suggestions. So the next question, what is the aspect of this paper that leaves the most room for improvement? Even though I did do this, I think I could always do more, and that is with adding more sources and I know I said that I should incorporate it, that I did incorporate it better, but I think you can always do more than that. So just making it look a little bit more organized, a little bit more refined, and hoping that I could have made it flow as well as I think that I did. But yeah, so what do I like the most? Honestly, it felt good to write about. It felt good to do the research and feel educated, because I am really passionate about this topic. So to find things out for myself and also, put that out for the audience, it felt very refreshing. This is something that is very recent and very relevant, so I don't know, I just really do want some sort of impact made with what I did. But yeah, for the most part, I am really proud of this, and I hope that you are too. So yes, that is my video reflection.